Hello, everyone. This is Al, Red Sox fan, coming to you from Al, Red Sox fan YouTube channel. Hope all is well. We're going to bring you some Stratomatic baseball. Card and dice makes everything nice. Bring your favorite tabletop game to you and soon. We continue with our 1976 Bicentennial Tournament. Game 2, best of 3, round 2. California Angels versus the Oakland A's. A's have a 1-0 lead thanks to a 4-0 shutout victory pitched by Vida Blue. The big hit came in the bottom of the 8th. Don Baylor, the Oakland DH, with a 3-run homer to salt the game away. The Angels will try to tie this game and send it back tie the series by winning this game and send it back to Oakland for the deciding Game 3. This is the American League West Region, Round 2. First pitch, a.k.a. Stratomatic Dice Roll, up next. Let's move the microphone like this. Okay. Alrighty, let's get to the starting lineups. Mike Torres will try to close the California Angels out in this best 2 of 3 series in advance to the finals against the Cinderella Chicago White Sox. Mike Torres, starting pitcher. Point of weakness check starts in the 7th. He is a 0 for the hold, 3E33 defensively. In 1976, Mike Torres for the second place Oakland A's in the West, 16-12, 2.50 ERA, 39 starts, allowed 15 home runs, struck out 115, walked 87 in 266 innings pitched. Leading off will be center fielder Billy North. He's a switch hitter. Batting second, shortstop Bert Campaneris. Batting third in left field, Joe Rudy. Cleanup hitter, third baseman Sal Bando. Batting fifth, doing the catching, Gene Tennis. The hero offensively in Game 1, the DH Don Baylor. He'll bat 6th. Batting 7th, second baseman Phil Gardner. Batting 8th, first baseman Ron Fairley. Playing right field, batting 9th, Claudel Washington. Joining us here at the ballpark is Barbara. Hope all is well. So those are your starters for the Oakland A's. Let's get to the hometown California Angels. Nolan Ryan will try to get the win here for the Angels to tie the series. 1976, Ryan was 17 wins, 18 losses, 3.36 ERA, 39 starts. He allowed 13 homers, struck out a whopping 327 batters, though he did walk 183. Pitched 284 innings. The Express, Nolan Ryan. Leading things off in left field is Dave Collins. He's a switch hitter. Batting second, playing second, Massachusetts native Jerry Remy. Center field for Bobby Bonds today. He'll bat third. Cleanup hitter, first baseman Tony Salita. Batting fifth, the designated hitter Ron Jackson. Playing right field, batting sixth, Bruce Bhakti. At shortstop, batting sixth, Mario Guerrero. Doing the catching, batting seventh, Terry Humphrey. Actually, he's batting 8th. Batting 9th, Dave Chalk. So Bhakti's batting 6th, Guerrero 7th, Humphrey, Chalk at the bottom of the lineup. Nolan Ryan takes the hill for the Angels, trying to tie this series, the Halos are. I play advanced my way. All right, we're ready to roll some Stratomatic dice. I'm doing okay, Barbara. Hope all is well with you. Here we go to start off things. Billy North, switch hitter. He'll bat lefty against the right-hand hurling Nolan Ryan. Ryan's ready to work. The express deals to the A's center fielder, Billy North, off the North card. Right-handed pitcher, 1-9. A 1 and a 9's a chopper to second. Making the play is Remy, 1 down. So Billy North is out 4-3. That will bring to the plate right-hand batting shortstop, Bert Campaneris. You want to keep a lot of these A's runners off the bases because they are excellent base stealers. Ryan kicks and deals to Campaneris. Campy is dealt a 3-9 right-handed pitcher. So 3-9, that's a strikeout. Nolan Ryan overpowers Campaneris. 2 up, 2 down. Left fielder, right-hand batting Joe Rudy for the Oakland A's strides to the batter's box. Ryan picks up the sign from Humphrey. He rocks and deals to Joe Rudy off the Ryan card. We're looking at a 6'5", right-handed batter. 6'5", Rudy battles Ryan to a free pass. So Rudy walks, inning stays alive. Rudy at first for the cleanup man, third baseman, the right-hand batting Sal Bando. Rudy is a C stealer, but with 2 outs, they're going to play behind him. He'll be a +2 runner, 1 through 14. The pitch to Bando, 2 outs, Rudy at first. He'll be off on contact. That's a 5-4 right-handed batter off the Ryan card. 5-4 ground ball to third. The Angels' best defensive player, Dave Chalk, is a 1E15. That is a 9. We go range error check. We're going error check on the E15. 10 on the E15. Hard hit ball, backhanded spear by Chalk. He pivots, throws low to first. Solita scoops it out of the dirt. Bando is retired. 2-out walk doesn't hurt. Let's double check the E15-10. 7 through 12, ground ball A. Would have been a double play ball if necessary, but it wasn't. So Ryan throws a clean inning. We go to the bottom of the first. No score. Due up for the Angels, Collins, Remy Bonds against Mike Torres. Torres pitched for the 1967 St. Louis Cardinals. All right, so that's what the Angels need. They didn't score a run in Game 1. They were shut down by Vida Blue. Mike Torres hopes to do the same. From the right-handed side of the mound, though. Thespian Series has joined us. Hope all is well with you and yours. Also, Barbara's here. Good to see everybody. No cat delay today. Eileen, the fine feline, is sleeping in the kitchen. Here we go. Dave Collins to lead things off. Switch hitter batting lefty against Torres. Torres picks up the sign from Tennis. The pitch to Dave Collins off the Torres card. We're looking at a 4-11 left-handed batter. 4-11 fly ball left field. That's to Joe Rudy. He is a 1E4. That is a 15. I believe Rudy makes the play. Coming in, Rudy makes the knee-high catch. Collins is retired on the fly ball to left. So Dave Collins is out, heads back to the dugout. One out for the Massachusetts native, left-hand batting second baseman Jerry Remy. Torres to Remy. They will be teammates in 1978 for the Boston Red Sox. We're looking at a 4-9 left-handed batter. 4-9, most likely a single, 1 through 18. It is a single for Remy. So Remy singles past the dive of Bando into left. Remy is an A stealer. Mike Torres is a 0 hold. Tennis is a -1. The way I play my advanced, I don't do the extra hold. It will be just a -1. We combine the hold of the pitcher and the catcher's arm. So Torres is 0. Tennis is a -1. Remy is an A stealer. An A stealer is 1 through 15, so it'll be 1 through 14. Remy's going with 1 out. He is safe. Possible throwing error by Tennis, 1 through 5. No throwing error. That ball is smothered by the shortstop, actually by the second baseman, Phil Gardner. But Jerry Remy steals second. He's in scoring position for Bobby Bonds, who steps back in the right-hander's batter's box. Bonds playing center field here in Game 2. Predominantly in the tournament, he's played right. Thespian Series says, watched your Dynasty Baseball video from last night. Man, I played the heck out of Pursue the Pennant back in the early mid-90s. Led me to Diamond Mine Baseball, which I still play. Cool. D. Scott Howard, the GOAT Whisperers, joined us. Hope all is well with D. Scott Howard. Man at second, 1 out. Bonds at the plate. Torres peeks over his shoulder, now looks in, has the sign from Humphrey. The pitch to Bobby Bonds, trying to give the Angels a lead here. Off the Bonds card, right-handed pitcher, 2-7, and that is a walk. So Bobby Bonds earns a walk on the 2-7. Torres struggling here in the first inning. 1 out, 2 on. Remy at second, Bonds at first. Both excellent base runners. Stepping to the plate, left-hand batting first baseman, the cleanup hitter, Tony Salita. Torres deals quickly to Salita, looking for the double play ball. Off the Salita card, we're looking at a 3-6. That is another walk. Right-handed pitcher. Bases are juiced. Remy to third. Bobby Bonds to second. Salita to first. No place to put Ron Jackson, the designated hitter. Steps into the right-hander's batter's box, going out to the mound to try to calm Mike Torres is Gene Tennis. Tennis now back behind the plate. Infield looking to turn 2 and get out of this mess. Torres takes a deep breath. He kicks and deals to Ron Jackson. 1-8 off the Jackson card. 1-8. That's going to score a run. They can't turn 2. That's a ground ball B. So they try to turn 2. They're unsuccessful. Remy scores from third. Bonds to third. Solita is out. Getting a ribby on the fielder's choice. 5-4. is Jackson. So Jackson gets a ribby. 1-0 Angels, 2 outs now. And we have first and third for the left-hand batting right fielder, Bruce Bhakti. If the A's can get out of this with just only 1 run, that's quite cheap. Here's the pitch from Torres to Bhakti. Jackson not being held on with 2 outs at first. So the runners are +2, though that doesn't matter for the runner on third. Torres deals Bhakti a 3-8 right-handed pitcher. 3-8. Bhakti's going to send this ball deep. Possible home run to right. 1 through 4. At the track, leaping at the wall. Claudel Washington makes the catch. Bhakti shakes his head. He can't believe it. That ball was robbed. Beautiful catch by Claudel Washington in right. The Angels only get 1. They leave him on the corners. We go to the top of the second, 1-0 California Angels. 1976 Bicentennial Tournament, second round, American League West region. The A's in 1976 finished second in the West with a record of 87-74. The Angels finished fourth with a record of 76-86. Top of the second, 1-0 California. Ryan with a 1-run lead to the mound for his warm-up tosses. I don't know if you can call his tosses warm-ups. He throws quite hard. Thus, the Express. A's down 1-0. Top of the second, they'll send Tennis, Baylor, Gardner to the plate. Gene Tennis does the catching here in game 2. Right-handed stick. Ryan rocks and deals to Gene Tennis. We're looking at a 6-6. Get your kicks on Route 66. So you have a 6 and a 6. That is a walk, right-handed batter. Another walk by Ryan. Those will come back to haunt you. Ryan's got to settle in with his control. Tying run at first. Tennis, he's a C base stealer. So Lita will hold him on. His range will go from a 2 to a 3. Don Baylor, the offensive hero of game 1, the 3-run homer in the bottom of the 8th, to basically put the final nails in the coffin for the Angels in game 1. A's won game 1, 4-0, behind beautiful pitching from Vida Blue. Here's the pitch to Baylor. Runner at first, no outs. Off the Baylor card, we're looking at a 3-8. That's going to be a fly ball to right, carrying a bit. Bhakti's there. He makes the catch. Tennis retreats to first. 1 out, 1 on. Second baseman, right-hand batting, Phil Gardner steps to the plate. Humphrey wiggles the fingers. The pitch to Gardner from Nolan Ryan. Off the Ryan card, right-handed batter, 6-9. A 6 and a 9. That is a strikeout. Big swing and a miss. Ryan overpowers Gardner with an excellent moving fastball. Second strikeout for Nolan Ryan. So with 2 outs, Solita will play behind Tennis. So his range goes back to a 2. Tennis is a +2 runner from first. Instead of 1 through 11, he'll be 1 through 13 when advancing on the base paths. Ron Fairley steps to the plate. He's playing first base for Oakland. This is a righty-lefty matchup. Nolan Ryan is ready. The pitch to Fairley, former Dodger. 6-6, it's a Route 66. You have a 6 and a 6. Well, that's a walk. Third free pass given up by Nolan Ryan. Fairley trots down to... We don't have a number 9 batter. We do. I just have to write it in. First, Tennis to second. That's pretty funny, Al. That's pretty funny. Who's the number 9 batter? It's Claudell Washington, of course. Washington bats lefty. Excellent speed. He's playing right field. A Steeler, C bunter, D hit and run. So he's an ACD. 2 outs, 2 on. Claudell Washington trying to tie the game for the A's. Angels lead 1-0. Pitch homeward bound from Ryan to Washington. Off the Ryan card, we're looking at a 6-5. 6-5 ball 4. This ball game is tied. 4 walks in the inning for Nolan Ryan. So that control bugaboo comes back quite quickly to bite Nolan Ryan in his Texas backside. Washington earns a ribby, and again, that was a 6-5 left-handed batter. Wait a second. Walk. Yeah. That's a for walk. Oh, no, a run didn't score. My faux pas. Bases are juiced now. So tennis to third. Fairley to second. Washington to first. The bases are loaded. He does not get a ribby. I was looking up there. I was like, wait a second. Rudy, that's the first inning. So you know it's coming out. Captain White out. 2 outs, bases juiced. No place to put the leadoff hitter, Billy North, 0 for 1. He grounded to second. Ryan is definitely in a bit of a pickle. Here's the pitch to Billy North. Bases juiced to Billy. A's trail 1-0. We're looking at a 6-10. Switch hitter, lefty, 6-10. Fly ball center field, range error check on Bobby Bonds. He is a 3E9. That is a 6. It's going to drop in. Bobby Bonds cannot get there. That's a single, 2 stars. The A's take the lead on the clutch 2-out hit by Billy North, who's now 1 for 2. Tennis scores from third. Fairley from second. Washington goes first to third. So after 3 walks, Oakland finally produces a hit that allows them to take the lead 2-1. Here's Bert Campaneris, runners on the corners. Ryan struck out Campaneris. With 2 outs, they're going to play behind. Oh, boy, if they play behind Billy North. Still, well, they would hold North. North is a double-A Steeler. And we're looking at a +2. Ryan's a +1. Humphrey's a +1. So that's 1 through 19, the way I play it. And he is safe. So we have second and third now. Stolen base for Billy North. Campaneris steps back in the box. 2-1 Oakland. Pitch homeward bound from Ryan to Campy. 3-8 to Campaneris. 3-8. Single 1 through 18. That is a single. Scoring from third is Claudell Washington. That makes it 3-1. Billy North, as it's a single 1 star, holds at third. Campy gets his revenge against Ryan. He picks up a ribby. 3-1 Oakland. Uncle Dave Little has joined us. Hope all is well. Check out and subscribe to his wonderful channel. 3-1. Joe Rudy hopes to keep the conga line going. This all started with 3 walks for Ryan. And after 2 outs came the hits. Single by Billy North, single by Campaneris. Here's the pitch to Joe Rudy. Rudy walked his first time up. 5-7. That is a swing and a miss. Ryan records his 3rd strikeout, but he does give up 3 runs here in the top of the second. We go to the bottom of the second. Oakland has taken the lead 3-1 over the Angels. If the A's win, they advance to face the Cinderella Chicago White Sox in the American League West Region Championship. Ryan not very happy with himself. (3-1) Oakland. Torres has a 2-run lead to work with now. Mike Torres will face bottom third of the Angels order, Guerrero, Humphrey, Chalk. Morris Johnson, how you doing? Hope all is well, Morris. As he says he's listening and playing, he says, lights on at Alfonso Stadium, duo games in an alternate universe. Toronto is at Montreal on July 10th, 1999. Are you playing Strat, Mr. Morris Johnson? That's always fun. I do the same thing. A lot of times when I'm playing a game offline, I'm listening to my friends on YouTube playing games, as I am a subscriber to many channels and try to watch as much as I can or listen to as much as I can. All right, here's Mario Guerrero. Torres to Guerrero to start off things here in the bottom of the second. A's lead 3-1. We're looking at a 1-3 off the Guerrero card, right-handed pitcher. So a 1 and a 3 is a single to center. Guerrero, no threat to steal. They will not hold him on. Tying run comes to the plate. The catcher, Terry Humphrey. Oakland hopes to turn 2 here. You have a slow runner at first and a slow runner at the plate. The pitch homeward bound to Terry Humphrey. Guerrero takes his lead. Humphrey, right-handed stick. It's going to be a 6-5. Ground ball to short. Torres induces the ground ball. Campaneris is a 2E26. So it's a range error check for Campy at short. Can they turn 2? That's a 16. That's a double play ball, as he is a 2 range. That is a ground ball A, so it goes Campaneris onto Gardner, over to Fairley. 2 outs, base is empty. Humphrey bangs into the 6-4-3. Mike Torres's best friend, the double play. Dave Little, says Heartland Ladies Wrestling on the table in the Dave Cave tonight. Who's on the table for your wrestling? Jason Marks has joined us. I'm doing okay, Jason. Hope all is well. 2 outs, base is empty. Torres deals quickly to Dave Chalk, the light-hitting third baseman for the Angels, right-handed batter. Off the Torres card, right-handed batter, 5-9. 5-9, strike 3, looking on the breaking pitch. Top of the third, 3-1 A's. Oakland wins. They advance to the American League West Region Final here in the 1976 Bicentennial Tournament against the Cinderella Chicago White Sox. White Sox upset the Twins in round 1, then took out the heavily favored Kansas City Royals, who were the 1 seed in the West region. So Torres gives up nothing in the bottom of the second. We go to the top of the third, 3-1 Oakland. Nolan Ryan did not have a good top of the second. Looks to improve on that here in the third. He'll try to keep it a 2-run deficit. He will face Bando Tennis Baylor. Walks have really hurt Ryan today. Sal Bando 0 for 1. He grounded to chalk at third. Here's the pitch to Bando from Nolan Ryan. We're looking at a 1-5. 1-5, and that is a walk on the Bando card. The free passes continue to kill Nolan Ryan. He has now walked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Oakland A's. Bando at first is an A stealer. He's going to go. He's going to go. It's going to be a +2. Again, I just play the hold and the catcher's arm. Ryan's a +1. Humphrey's a +1. So an A stealer 1 through 15 is 1 through 17. He is safe. Works the same way for both teams. Another stolen base for the A's. Bando in scoring position, no outs for Gene Tennis, who walked and scored. He scored the first Oakland run on the 2-out single by Billy North that drove in 2. Runner at second. Ryan deals to Gene Tennis off the tennis card. Right-handed pitcher. We're looking at a 3-9. That's going to be a dinger, my friends. It is gone. 1 through 19. We rolled a 2-run blast by Geno Tennis. 5-0 Nolan Ryan. He hits point of weakness. Holy cow. They gave the ball to Ryan in hopes of bringing this series back to Oakland. Angels fans are in shock here. Mr. Autry just can't believe it. A 2-run homer by Gene Tennis. Bippity boppity boom. Boom goes the ball. Geno Tennis touches them all. To the moon, Alice. To the moon. 5-1. I think I said 5-0. 5-1 Oakland. And with that, I do believe Nolan Ryan hits point of weakness because he's given up 5 runs. Oh, no. If he gives up one more run, it's point of weakness. 5 in 1 inning, 6 in 2, 7 in 3. So he hasn't hit point of weakness yet, but he's almost there. 5-1. Oakland. Here comes the hero of game 1, Don Baylor, 3-run homer in the 8th. Put the nails in the coffin of the Angels in game 1. The pitch to Baylor from Ryan. We're looking at a 1-7. That's a single to center. Ryan's not fooling anybody. Still no outs in this inning for the A's. Runner at first. California gets someone up in the bullpen. Manager's in shock. Ryan's getting pounded. Here's Phil Gardner. Runner at first, no outs. Ryan to Gardner. We're looking at a 5-8. That is a strikeout because he's not at point of weakness yet. If he was, that would have been a single to center. Second time Gardner's gone down via the K. Runner at first with 1 out. Baylor's a double-A stealer. He's going to go. I should have stole him right off the bat. So he's basically 1 through 19. He is safe. Runner at second for Ron Fairley. Fairley walked his first time up. Ryan kicks and deals to Fairley off the Ryan card. We're looking at a 5-9 left-handed batter. 5-9. Again, had he had one more run given up, it would have been point of weakness, and that's a single, but it's not. That's a strikeout. So Ryan trying to keep it a 4-run deficit now. 5-1 Oakland, 2 outs. Baylor will be off on contact. He'll be a 1 through 19 base runner advancing on the base paths. Claudell Washington walked and scored during his first at-bat. Ryan to Washington from the left-hander's batter's box is Claudell. We're looking at a 3-9. 3-9, fly ball to left. Collins goes back, makes the catch. The side is retired, but the 2-run homer by Tennis after the leadoff walk to Bando has given Oakland a 5-1 lead as we head to the bottom of the third. Mark Jones has joined us. Mark says Tennis was always an underrated player. Yes, he was. He was the MVP in the 1972 World Series, I do believe. Jackson was hurt, didn't play in that World Series. I think it was a 72 series. Maybe it was a 73 series. I think it was a 72 series. But he was an MVP in the World Series. Okay, so that is that. It's going to be the fourth inning here. Okay. Mike Torres now with a 4-run lead. He will face the top of the Angels order, Collins, Remy, Bonds. Morris Johnson says, won the World Series in 82 with the Cards and 2 with the Jays as a coach, plus 3 with the A's. The pitch from Torres to Collins, switch hitter batting lefty. Off the Torres card, left-handed batter. We're looking at a 4-11. That's going to be a fly ball to left and Joe Rudi. Rudi with excellent range. He's a 1E4. He's an excellent outfielder. That is a 17. He will make the play. We'll double check, but he makes the play. Out number 1 as Rudi races back towards the track, reaches up, makes the grab, touches the wall, and throws it back in. Second time Collins has flown out to Joe Rudi. The first time was a knee-high line drive that Rudi caught coming in. 1 out for Jerry Remy. Remy singled, stole second, and scored on the fielder's choice by the DH, Ron Jackson. Update from the Dave Cave, Filsinger Wrestling, Heartland Ladies Championship Wrestling. Dave Little announces Nicole Matthews pinned Mickie James for the win. What was the move to get the pin? And is Mickie James married to the English guy in the WWE now, but he doesn't wrestle? And I really like him, and I can't think of his name. I can see him. He was NWA champion for a while. Oh, God, what's his name? Oh, my God, it's killing me. Nick Aldis. Thank you. Thank you, Dave Little. I like Nick Aldis. I wish he would wrestle again. I used to watch the NWA on YouTube, and I'd watch, well, I watched his matches. I didn't really care for anyone else. Excellent wrestler, understands the business. He makes it fun. Here's the pitch to Jerry Remy for Mike Torres. A's lead 5-1. We're looking at a 5-6 to Remy, left-handed batter. Remy's going to have a base hit, chance for a triple. If he gets a 1, it's a single to center. So Remy's 2 for 2. Remy will be stealing. He's an A's stealer. Torres 0 hold, Tennis -1 arm. So that's 1 through 14. Remy trying to get in scoring position. This is a risk, down 5-1. And Remy is gunned out. Of course he's gunned out. I rolled an 18. Tennis guns out Remy as Gardner applies the tag. So he's out stealing. 2-4. 2 down, base is empty. Angels fans shaking their heads. They just can't believe it. They thought they had a chance with Ryan on the mound. Base is empty for Bobby Bonds. He walked his first time up. Torres looks in, Tennis sets the target. Tennis, a very calming effect on Mike Torres. Here's the pitch to Bobby Bonds. It is told that he has a son who is a prodigy named Barry. That is a 4-11 to Bobby. Right-handed batter off the Torres card. 4-11. That's a fly ball out to Joe Rudi in left. 19. Rudi coming in. He makes the diving catch, robbing Barry Bonds of a hit. Joe Rudi flashing tremendous leather in left field for the Oakland A's in this game. We go to the top of the fourth. Oakland 5, the Angels 1. If Nolan Ryan gives up one more run in this inning, he will hit point of weakness. Dave Little says Mickey couldn't withstand the Vancouver maneuver, and that's how Nicole Matthews pinned her. As I'm just paraphrasing that. But that's the gist of it. Thank you for sharing with us, our good friend, Uncle Dave Little. How goes your game, Morris Johnson? 5-1 Oakland, top of the order for the A's. North, Campaneris, Rudi to face Ryan. Ryan has struggled with walks, and they've come back to haunt him time over again and again early in this game. Billy North, 1 for 2. He singled in 2 runs and grounded out. Here's the pitch of the switch hitting Billy North. From the left side goes Billy. Ryan deals North a 1-10. 1-10, and guess what that is? A walk off the North card. Holy cow. Billy North at first. He's a double-A stealer. He is going. That's 1 through 19. He is safe. Possible throwing error by Humphrey, 1 through 9. It is a throwing error. Billy North winds up at third. So he has a stolen base. And then there's an E2. Infield moves in. They can't give up any more runs. Here's Campy. Infield in. Runner at third. Ryan needs a K. He rocks and deals to Bert Campaneris. It's Snake Eyes gone wild. Triplicate. 1-2. How do you do? Infield in. Ground ball C. We have the infield in. I think that's an out at the plate. Nope. Runner holds. Play goes to first. Campaneris is retired. 2-3. 4-3, excuse me. Infield in with 1 out now. Ryan really came in tight to Campaneris. Morris Johnson says, the 7th inning stretch, but the fans aren't happy at the Big O in Toronto. Oh, at the Big O, Toronto 5, Montreal nothing. Hentigan with a 2-hitter. So Hentigan on the mound. Hentgen, excuse me. Was he a lefty? I remember him as a very good pitcher. I think he was a lefty. Infield in for Joe Rudi. No, he was a righty, Morris Johnson says. The pitch to Rudi. A's looking to extend their lead. North at third, infield in. We're looking at a 6-7. 6-7, ground ball to second. Range error check on Jerry Remy. Remy is a 2E21. That is a 10 for the Massachusetts native. 10 goes to the error check. That is a 6 on the E21, and Jerry Remy boots the baseball. Run will score. So E21 re-rolled a 6. 3 through 6 and 9 is an error. 6-1, Oakland. Things not looking good for the Halos. Not at all. Another walk comes back to haunt Nolan Ryan. That's an E4. No ribby on that. So Rudy's at first. Infield goes back to normal. That is not an earned run, so it's not point of weakness yet. Here's Bando. The pitch to Bando. We're looking at a 3-8. 3-8 jam job. Popped up left side. Shortstop Guerrero calling for it. He makes the play 2 away. Rudy's a C stealer. That's 1 through 13. Rudy's going. He's out. Inning over. So that will end the inning with Tennis at the plate. He'll lead off in the 5th. So Rudy is caught stealing. Two to 4. Remy applies the tag. Actually, Bando will be at the plate. My faux. No, Bando popped out. Tennis was at the plate when Rudy's thrown out at second. Bottom of the 4th, 6-1 Oakland. Ryan still has not hit point of weakness, and I think he's past that now. He'd have to give up. Well, if he gives up 5 runs in the 5th. Actually, no. If he gives up. Yeah, it'd have to be 5 runs because that run doesn't count. It'd be 7 in 3 innings. He's not pitching well anyway. Ryan, too many walks. All right, bottom of the 4th. Angels bats have to get going against Mike Torres. Salita leads things off, followed by Jackson and Bhakti. Torres to Tony Salita, righty-lefty matchup. We're looking at a 2-8 off the Salita card. 2-8, possible home run. 1 through 13. It is gone. Salita sends it out to right center. The Angels get one back on the bippity-boppity boom to the moon. Boom goes the ball. Tony Salita touches them all. And again, that was a 2-10. Oh, shit, that's a 2-10. Still a homer. I looked at the... you know what happens? Sometimes I go 2 and I just look and I go, oh, 8. But it's a 2-10. Homer, 1 through 13. Rerolled a 4. I lucked into it. It all worked out. Home run for Salita. It's now 6-2. Angels trying to claw their way back into it. Jake Carlin says 600. Jesus, Al, dyslexia is a wonderful thing, isn't it? 362 feet, he reckons. Boom goes the ball. Tony Salita touches them all to the moon, Alice, to the moon. Dave Little says he got all of that one. Jason Mark says drove it deep and gone. All right. So let's see if Ron Jackson can go back-to-back jacks. Torres regroups. The pitch to Jackson. A 1-10 to Ron Jackson. 1-10. Chopper to second. Gardner to Fairley. 1 out. Jackson's 0 for 2 now. Does have the ribby on the fielder's choice in his first at-bat. 1 out for Bruce Bhakti. He flew out to Washington in right. Torres nods his head. Tennis sets the target. The pitch to Bruce Bhakti, 1-8. 1-8, possible single 1 through 16 off the Bhakti card, right-handed pitcher. That is a single. So here come the Halos. A 1-out single by Bruce Bhakti, who's now 1 for 2. He's a D stealer, will not be held on. Dave Little says, I really enjoyed seeing Mike Selinsky on the Sabre meeting last night talking about Dynasty League Baseball. He's going to be on with Dave Gardner, and they're going to play an online game. I played a game using Dynasty Baseball online last night. It's a very fun game. I wish they had a PC version. I guess they did up until 2010, or in 2010 they did, but no longer. 1 out, 1 on for Mario Guerrero. Torres hoping for the double play ball. Humphreys on deck. He banged into a double play his first time up. Torres peeks to first. No one's there holding on Bachny. Torres seems nervous. Now the pitch homeward bound to Mario Guerrero. We're looking at a 2-7 to Mario Guerrero. 2-7. There's the double play ball. Hard hit ball to short. Campanera's Gardner on to Fairley. Side is retired. 6-4-3. The Angels get 1 on the leadoff homer by Tony Salita. They trail by 4. We go to the top of the 5th. The Oakland A's 6, the Angels 2. So Torres so far, a very workmanlike performance. Nolan Ryan, not so much. The walks have killed him. Torres has put the ball in the strike zone. And for most part, it has worked. Ryan has missed the strike zone. And for that part, it has not worked for Nolan Ryan and the California Angels. Due up in the top of the 5th for the Oakland A's, Tennis Baylor Gardner. Last time Gino was up, he hit a 2-run homer. Prior to that, he walked. He's 1 for 1 with 2 ribbies, scoring twice. The pitch from Ryan to Gene Tennis. 1-10. 1-10. Hard hit ball to short. Guerrero has it. Throws across the diamond to Salita. 1 down. Tennis heads back to the dugout on the 6-3 putout. Jason Mark says, Strat baseball all day for me, but I played and liked replay baseball, card and dice, and PC version too. I like the PC version for replay baseball. I'm going to be honest, I'd probably never play that card and dice, too many rerolls. I probably would never play Dynasty League Baseball, card and dice. Again, too many rerolls. That's just me. I love the PC game for replay baseball, and I'm really enjoying the online Dynasty League Baseball game. Probably will pick up 1 month subscription. So with 1 out, here's Don Baylor. The pitch to Don Baylor. He's 1 for 2. His 1 hit was a single. He's stolen a base. We're looking at a 6-2. How do you do? Right-handed batter. So a 6-2 Baylor with a chance to hit a homer. He definitely has normal power. 1 through 11. He drives it out to left. Deep fly ball. Racing back. Leaping at the wall. Collins robs Baylor of a home run. 2 down. So again, we had the 6-2. You're looking at a home run. 1 through 11, but we rolled a 20. 2 outs, base is empty for Phil Gardner. Ryan desperately needs to put a goose egg up here. Angels, this is an elimination game for California. They trail 6-2. The pitch to scrap iron, Phil Gardner, who's had no luck with Ryan. He struck out twice. Ryan looking to get him for a 3rd time. That's a 6-4. 6-4. That's a play for the catcher. Humphreys is a 2E5. That's a 10. I believe we'll go to an error check. And he's an E5, an 11 on the E5. It's a chopper in front of the plate. Humphrey pounces on it. Throws to first. The side is retired. Gardner 0 for 3. He does make contact, though, this time off Nolan Ryan. So scoring at home, that goes 2-3. Ryan puts up a 0 in the top of the 5th. We go to the bottom of the 5th. The Oakland A's leading the series 1-0 in the best of 3, round 2 of the 1976 Bicentennial Tournament, American League West region. They're up 6-2. Due up for the Angels, trailing by 4. Humphrey Chalk, top of the order Collins, who just robbed Baylor of his second home run in the series. Angels hope to continue. They'd love to have a big inning, but they have to at least chip away, and chip away some more. The Raleigh Fingers looms in the Oakland A's dugout. Fingers can be defeated, though. So Torres to face Humphrey. Humphrey banged into a 6-4-3 double play in his first at-bat. Torres kicks and deals to Terry Humphrey. We're looking at a 1-7. Right-handed pitcher, 1-7. Possible double to the gap in left. On the move is Rudy. Does he make another magnificent catch? If it's 8 or better, he does. Rudy lays out. Joe Rudy lays out with a Superman diving catch, robbing a double off the bat of the California catcher, Terry Humphrey. So we had a 1-7, double 1 through 7, but it's an 18, and Joe Rudy makes another fabulous play in left. 1 out. Dave Chalk, the weak-hitting third baseman, was a strikeout victim of Mike Torres. Torres, sweating bullets. Pitch homeward bound to Dave Chalk off the Torres card, righty-righty matchup. We're looking at a 4-10. 4-10, fly ball to center. Billy North, range error check. He's a 2E11. 3. That's going to drop in. Billy North racing in, makes a sliding attempt, smothers the ball, shows it, but the umpire says you did not catch it. The man in blue is correct. A single for Chalk. He's an E-stealer, will not be held on. 1 out, 1 on. Top of the order, Dave Collins. He was robbed by Rudy in his last at-bat. Actually, both. Rudy made a fine catch on a sinking liner off the Collins bat in the first. He caught it knee high and then robbed Collins of a homer. Mike Torres and the A's hoping to turn their third double play. Switch hitting Collins, left-hander batter's box. Tennis sets the target inside. Torres looks to jam Dave Collins. Off the Torres card, we're looking at a 4-8 left-handed batter. 4-8. There's the double play ball. Ground ball A. That's hit to second. Gardner flips to Campaneris, who leaps over the oncoming Chalk. Throws to Fairley. Side is retired. 6-4-3, just the way Mike Torres and the Oakland Athletics wrote it up. Third double play that the Angels have hit into. I think the man upstairs has bet the Oakland A's. We go to the top of the 6th. Oakland 6, the Angels 2. Due up for the A's, Fairley, Washington, top of the order, Billy North. Torres out dueling Nolan Ryan. Torres not walking batters. That's the difference. He says, hey, come hit the ball. Trying to hit his spots. Tennis right next to Torres in the dugout. Always trying to encourage Mike Torres, who has a shaky psyche. Here's Nolan Ryan. Nearly hit point of weakness. That 6th run in 3 innings, but that was unearned. Here we go. Ryan to face Fairley. Fairley's 0 for 1, a walk and a strikeout. He did score. What a horrific inning that was for Ryan in the second. He walked 1, 2, 3, 4, and he ended up giving up 3 runs. Ryan kicks and deals to Ron Fairley, left-hand batting first baseman for the A's, and we're looking at a 6-10 left-handed batter. 6-10 fly ball out to center field. That is a range error check to Bonds. Bonds is a 3E9. That is a 3. That is going to drop in for a single. Bonds playing these balls hit out to him. Looks like he has an opportunity to catch it, but he's playing it a little laissez-faire, I might say. So Fairley picks up his first hit. He's definitely not a threat to steal. They will not hold him on. Fairley at first, no outs for Claudell Washington, 0 for 1. He walked also in the second and scored. The pitch to Claudell Washington from Nolan Ryan. Off the Ryan card, 4-9. That's a walk. Oh, my Lord. Another free pass by Ryan. The slow-footed Fairley goes to second. The speedy Claudell Washington at first. Angels on the verge of lifting Nolan Ryan. Here's Billy North. He's knocked in 2. He's 1 for 2 with a walk. He scored once, stolen a base. Actually stolen 2 bases. First at bat, he grounded to second. So we have first and second, no outs. Switch hitting North to the left-hander's batter's box. Ryan with a violent windup. The pitch to Billy North. Off the Ryan card, left-handed batter. We're looking at a 6-7. 6-7, hard hit ball to second. Range error check on Remy. He's a 2E21. That's a 20. I believe this could be, is it a double play ball? Yes, it is. Remy to Guerrero, back to Salida, 2 down, advancing to third is Fairley. So 2 outs, Fairley 90 feet away from the A's, picking up their 7th run. The speedy Billy North is doubled up, 4-6-3. Fine turn by the Angels. With 2 outs, Bert Campanera steps to the plate. He's 1 for 3. His 1 hit was an RBI single. He's also struck out, grounded out. Fairley at third. Campy at the plate. Ryan to Campaneras. A 1-6 to Campy. 1-6. Swing and a miss. The side is retired. Nolan Ryan and the Halos wiggle out of that one, but they still trail 6-2. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Due up for the Angels, Remy Bonds Salida to face the workmanlike performance of Mike Torres. If Torres and the A's win, they advance to the American League West Regional Final against the Cinderella Chicago White Sox, led by Bob Zolke, Sportsman Z, a huge White Sox fan. Remember to check out and subscribe to that channel. Also to check out and subscribe to Dave Little's channel for fine wrestling content and more. Wrestling game of choice for Dr. David Little. Filsinger's Wrestling Card and Dice. Very fun game. I have it. I've played it on the channel. I probably have 4,000 gazillion cards that I will never use, but I love the artwork. I didn't pick up the newest set. I think Tony Atlas is in the newest set. I'll do that over the summer, I think. I think I'm going to start up a different federation. I got to just choose some wrestlers. I try to use them all. It's just too difficult. But we'll see. Right now, I have my world champ is Kerry Von Erich. The international Japanese champion is Briscoe, who passed away. So that would be Jay. My tag team champions of the world, surprisingly, are still the Young Bucks. The Japanese tag team champions, the international tag team champions, as I like to call them, Mr. Fuji and Mr. Saito. The Texas, who is my Texas champion? Can't remember. Anyway, those are my big championships. Here we go. Torres to Remy. Remy's 2 for 2, 2 singles, a run scored, and a stolen base. He was also thrown out stealing by Gene Tennis. Pitch homer bound to Jerry Remy from the left-hander's batter's box. Torres deals Remy, trying to get on to start up something here in the bottom of the 6th as the Angels trail by 4. That's a 5-4 to Remy, left-handed batter. 5-4. That's a walk. So Torres has been watching a little too much of Nolan Ryan. He issues the pass on the 5-4 left-handed batter. Remy's at first. -1. He's already stole one and been caught stealing. Jason Marks says, Fuji was a great wrestler back in the day. I loved Mr. Fuji. Loved the whole salt thing. So evil. Was a big-time prankster if you listen to any of the interviews from the old-timers. So Remy's at first. Bond's coming to the plate. Remy's not going to steal, even though he's 1 for 2 stealing. Bonds is 0 for 1 with a walk. Bonds has played center field defensively very gingerly, and that's putting it politely, for the Angels. Angels fans not happy with Bobby. The pitch to Bobby Bonds with a runner at first, no outs. The speedy Remy takes his lead. Torres deals Bonds. Righty-righty matchup. 6-6. Get your kicks on Route 66. That's a single to center. Bobby Bonds singles to center. Billy North has a -2 arm. Remy will go station to station. He's going to stop at second. Here come the Halos. No outs, 2 on for Tony Salita. Salita's 1 for 1. Homered his last at-bat. Walked in his first at-bat. Can Salita go yard once again off Mike Torres? Gene Tennis calls for time, approaches the mound. Torres very nervous, very sweaty. Tennis calms him down for the moment. But now Torres is left alone on that mound to face Tony Salita, who homered his last at-bat. No outs, 2 on. Torres takes a deep breath. The pitch to Salita. It's a 5-7 to Salita, left-handed batter. 5-7, swing and a miss. Tennis pumps his fist, points at Torres, says, that a boy, throws it back out to the right-handed hurler on the mound. So again, that was a 5-7, and that's a strikeout on the Torres card. 1 out, 2 on for Ron Jackson. Jackson 0 for 2. He did knock in a run on a fielder's choice to third. Torres again takes a deep breath, looks in at home plate for confidence from the catcher, Gene Tennis. Here's the pitch to Ron Jackson. It's a 1-5 off the Jackson card. 1-5. He jammed him. It's a jam job. Popped up left side. Sal Bando in foul territory. Waits for it to come down. He snares it. 2 away. And once again, Tennis points out to Torres on the mound, congratulating him. Torres' spirits seem to be rising. 2 outs, runners will be off on contact. Speedy runners at first and second. Bonds at first, Remy at second will be both +2 runners. So 1 through 19. It's up to Bruce Bhakti, who's 1 for 2. Bhakti steps to the left-hander's batter's box. Torres rubs up the baseball. Oh, he's a sweaty mess on that mound. Torres once again looks into Tennis for confidence. Tennis pounds the mitt, sets the target. The pitch to Bruce Bhakti off the Torres card. So it's a tough pitch there for Mike Torres to Bruce Bhakti. We're looking at a 6-8. 6-8. It's a chopper to short. Campy has it. Over to Fairley. The side is retired. What a job by Mike Torres. Gene Tennis shakes Torres' hand as Torres comes off the mound and slaps him in the backside. With the catcher's mitt, mind you. We go to the top of the 7th. The Oakland A's 6. The California Angels 2. If the A's win, they move on to the American League West Region Final of the 1976 Bicentennial Tournament. as they would have swept out the Angels 2-0 to face the Cinderella Chicago White Sox. And what a matchup that's going to be if it turns out to be that. White Sox upset the Twins. Then they upset the 1 seed Kansas City Royals. For the A's in the top of the 7th, Nolan Ryan will face Rudy Bando Tennis. Ryan has not been good, and that's putting it kindly, but they stick with Ryan. He almost hit point of weakness, but on runs, but he didn't. Ryan has been a walk machine, though in the 5th and 6th, he has put up zeros. Ironically, the Angels have had opportunities in those innings, but failed to score. They trail by 4. Here's Joe Rudi, who's been magnificent in left field for the Oakland A's. Rudi is 0 for 2 with a walk. Ryan to Rudi, a 1-10 to Joe Rudi. Right-handed pitcher, 1-10. Line shot right at the third baseman, Dave Chalk. 1 out. So a 1-10, line out to third. And again, if you're playing, I believe that's a ballpark symbol, I think. But I'm not, that's super advanced. I don't do that. Or weather. I can't remember if the solid. So you see there's a clear triangle and there's a solid triangle. One's weather effect, I think. And the other one's a ballpark effect. And that's in super advanced, which I don't play. I don't want any more lookups. Here's Sal Bando with 1 out and no one on. Bando is hitless. He has walked and scored and stolen a base. Ryan to Bando. It's a 4. 4's gone wild. 4-8. Right-handed batter. 4-8. That's a strikeout. Swing and a miss. Ryan has recorded many a K, but too many walks. He has put his team into a hole on many occasions that they were unable to dig out of. 2 outs, base is empty for Gene Tennis. Tennis 1 for 2. He's walked and scored, hit a 2-run homer. Last at bat, grounded to short. Base is empty, 2 outs. Gino Tennis steps to the plate. Ryan has the sign. Humphrey sets the target. The violent delivery by the Express. Pitch homeward bound to Gene Tennis. We're looking at a 5-5. That is a swing and a miss. Right-handed batter. Ryan strikes out 2, gives up no runs. We head to the bottom of the 7th. The Oakland A's 6. The California Angels 2. Due up for the Halos in the bottom of the 7th. Guerrero, Humphrey, Chalk, bottom third of their order to face the workmanlike performance of Mike Torres. Torres, nervous, sweating. He must smell awful on that mound. But Gene Tennis is nursing him through it. Good old Gino. Here's Mike Torres. Remy and Torres would join the Red Sox in 78. Remy would come over from the Angels. Mike Torres pitched well for the Yankees in 77, would move on to their hated rivals, the Boston Red Sox, in 1978. So Torres went from the A's in 76 to the Yankees in 77, on to the Red Sox in 78. I remember him also pitching with the Mets later on in his career. And he started off with the Cardinals. It was on the 67 team, though I don't think he was on the World Series roster. I would assume he got a ring, though. I don't know how that worked back then. All right, here's Mario Guerrero. He's 1 for 2. He's singled and banged into a 6-4-3 double play. Torres to Guerrero to start off things here in the bottom of the 7th. 2-11. 2-11. It's a jam job. You can see Tennis set up inside. It's a pop-up, foul territory. Bando waits for it to come down. He makes the catch. Guerrero is now 1 for 3. Jason Marks says, 1978 is the next card and dice season I plan to get. Jim Rice, my favorite Red Sox player, was American League MVP that year. Yes, he was. And to be honest, he carried that team. That team is not a good team. They're an okay team. That pitching stinks. Eckersley was okay. Campbell was not good. He was okay. The other starting pitching was, ugh. I mean, Tiant, who I love, was not good. The 77 team is actually, in my opinion, the better team, even though the Red Sox won more games in 78. Offensively in 77, the Red Sox were outstanding. Ironically, had they had the mediocre pitching from 78 on the 77 team, they probably win the division because they scored so many freaking runs. I mean, 78 team was pretty good too, but not compared to 77 offensively. That was a fun team to watch. Another fun team in the Red Sox history that didn't win, 1950 Red Sox. They knocked in 1,000 runs. They scored 1,000 runs, which was outstanding. They finished third behind the Yankees and Indians, I believe. 2.5 back, 3.5, 4 games back. That 1950 team is fun to play with. They can mash. Pitching, not bueno. Not bueno at all. They had 2 decent pitchers. Shoot, who were the good pitchers? Ellis Kinder was good. The other guy escapes my mind. Yes, 1978 was the year the Red Sox had a 14-game lead, and the Yankees end up catching them and beating them. You are correct. As we have switched colors. I didn't even realize that. Well, we'll stick with the blue. Due up for the A's. I'm sorry. What did I do here? What did I do? We're in the bottom of the 7th, only 1 out. What the hell did I do? I got talking about the Red Sox. So Guerrero popped out. That brings up Humphreys. Jesus, I almost had a 1-out inning. Here's a pitch to Humphreys. He's 0 for 2 with a double play ball. That's a 3-9. That's too funny. 3-9. He's hit by a pitch. Curveball gets away from Torres. He pulled a Rudy Stein there. I don't think he got out of the way. Hit by pitch. Humphrey to first. Dave Chalk. He singled his last at-bat. Weak hitter, but we're going to keep him in there. 1 out, 1 on. Torres to Chalk. We're looking at a 3-9 off the Chalk card. And that's a double play ball. Hard hit ball to Bando. Bando to Gardner. On to Fairley. Side is retired. 5-4-3. So I was sort of like Nostradamus when I gave them the 1-out inning. Maybe we should have pinch hit for Chalk, but he did have a hit on a range play his last at-bat. We go to the top of the 8th. The A's 6. The Halos 2. And we're going to let Ryan keep pitching. Why not? He's settled in. But the walks are killers. They come back and they're going to come back and haunt you, walks. And they sure haunted Ryan and the Angels in the 2nd and 3rd. 3 in the 2nd, 2 in the 3rd. Those are runs due to walks. In the 4th, the single-digit run was unearned. So Ryan to face Baylor, Gardner, and Fairley. Woo! White Die has jumped the shark. He doesn't want to see it no more. I got it. Here's the pitch to Don Baylor. 6-6. You get your kicks on Route 66. Right-handed batter. So we have a 6 and a 6. And you know what that is? That's a walk. Yet another free pass by Ryan. And this is point of weakness check. 2 more walks. 2 more hits. Or a combination thereof. He hits point of weakness finally. Baylor at first, a double-A stealer, 1 through 19. He's going. He's almost out, but he just gets in there under the tag. Baylor steals a base. That's his 2nd stolen base of the game. I might have to look into the super advanced rule because of the way I play, but it works for both teams. I should do something to see if they get the jump. But it's my game. I was thinking just to roll a decider die, a 50-50. But this is the way we're playing. Or even odd, it doesn't matter. Runner at second, no outs for Phil Gardner. Ryan needs a strikeout here. That's a 6-6. Get your. Oh, we already know that's a walk. I don't even have to look. There's the walk. And I think we're going to have to take Ryan out of this game. So it's first and second, no outs. 2 more. He has been awful with the walks. First and second, no outs. 6-2, Oakland. Ron Fairley. This could be Ryan's last batter. 6-5. And you know what that is? 6-5? Left-handed? That's a walk. And that's it for Nolan Ryan. Unbelievable. Baylor to third. Gardner to second. Fairley to first. Nolan Ryan is done. Finito Benito. So Ryan's day is done. He could not take the Angels. At least it doesn't look like they're going to a game 3 back in Oakland. And we're going to bring in Jim Brewer. First relief appearance for an Angels pitcher, I believe, in this tournament. No, I think Drago pitched in one of the games. Yeah, I'm wrong. So we're going to go with Brewer. What's his hold? Oh, my God. You can only bring this dude in. Oh, my God. It's a +9. Is that sickening? I might try to steal home. Who's at third? Baylor's at AA to steal home. And you have to understand the way I do it. We're going to try it. I've stolen home with Strawberry. People saw that. Some people actually remember that, too. We're just trying to run into outs as the Mets were killing somebody. I think the 46 Red Sox. I just wanted to end the game. So I had Strawberry steal second, steal third. I said, what the hell? I mean, there were 2 outs in the inning. I'm just trying to get through. It's like the 8th inning or something. And the Mets are up like 42,000 to nothing. And I was like, yeah, let him steal home. And he actually rolled it. All right, so if we bring Brewer in for ha-has, he's a +9. That is awful. That'd be a +10 with the +1 arm, though the arm shouldn't come into play there. We'll just say a +9. Stealing home. 1 through 16. I'm not going to do it, though. And I'm not bringing him in because who's coming up? Oh, no, Claudel Washington. Yes, so we'll go lefty-lefty. Brewer's going to come in. Nolan Ryan pitched 7 innings, responsible for the runners on base. So we're not going to do any stats right now. Ryan walked a lot, struck out a few, but he walked a ton, including the bases loaded here in the top of the 8th. What little hope the Angels had is pretty much gone. They're down 6-2. So he pitched 7 innings. And Brewer is coming in. He's just going to pitch to Washington right now. Bases loaded. They're not going to play in. What the hell's the difference? It's a 5-4. Lefty-lefty matchup. 5-4. This is a play for the catcher. Humphreys is a 2E5. 19. If it's a pass ball and then a pop out, another run will score. And that'll be charged to Ryan, I guess. So that's a 19. Nope. Popped up foul territory. Making the catch is Humphrey. So Brewer jams Claudel Washington for the first out of the top of the 8th. Base is still loaded. 1 out, though. So Washington's gone. Brewer will face Billy North. North will bat right-handed for the first time in this game. He was batting lefty against Ryan, the right-handed hurler. They'll play for 2. The pitch to Billy North from Brewer. 2-6. 2-6. They're not going to turn 2. Run will score. It's a ground ball B. They get the middle runner. That run is charged to Ryan. So Baylor scores. It's now 7-2. And Billy North picks up a ribby on the fielder's choice, 5-4. Third ribby for North, 2 outs. Gardner to third. Fairley's out. Yep, 2 outs. Here's Campaneris. We're not going to steal. First and third. Brewer to Campy. We're looking at a 3-6 to Campy. 3-6 is a walk. Oh, my Lord. Bases juiced again. Campy to first. North to second. Bases juiced. And here's Joe Rudy. The pitch to Rudy from Brewer. As the A's looking to pile it on, that's a 5-4. 5-4. This is a play for the catcher, Humphrey. That's a 7. It's a pop out. Side retired. So he only gives up 1 run in that. Well, he lets an inherited runner score thanks to Ryan walking the bases loaded. But he does his JOB pretty much. We go to the bottom of the 8th. 7-2 A's. They look like they're heading to the American League West Region Final against the Cinderella Chicago White Sox, the worst seed in the American League West. But the White Sox upset the Twins and Royals, and the slipper is still fitting for Bob Zolke's Pale Hose from Chicago. So Ryan gives up 7 runs, but only 6 are earned, I believe. And that's it for that. We're not doing any more stats on that. Ryan was not good. Take care, Dave Little. Thank you for stopping by. Cutter Historical. Hope all is well. H. Holefield 07. Hope all is well. Check out Cutter Historical's channel and subscribe. Also check out H. Field 07's channel and subscribe. H. Field 07 says ordering 2024, 2016, 1998, 1969 this week. Been waiting to pick up a few sets for a while. 78 is definitely one I want to pick up at some point as well. Is that Stratomatic? I don't think they have 78. They have the 78 Yankees and Red Sox in the gem set. I have 78 for APA. I fooled around with that a bit. That's fun. I enjoy APA on the table. I enjoy Strat, obviously, and I enjoy History Maker Baseball on the table. All right, so Ryan's done. And the Angels look pretty much done. And we'll try to speed up this process and talk to the chat. Here's Torres. So he made it through point of weakness quite easily. Again, point of weakness check once again. Hit by pitch. Does that count as a walk? We're going to say no. Probably does, but I don't care. Torres here in the 8th with a 7-2 lead. He's induced 4 double play balls that have gotten the A's out of jams with Angels on base. H. Hofield 07 says Stratomatic, yes. Unfortunately, they don't have 78 right now. Hopefully in the next couple of years. I would think that would be a prime season to get. I mean, I won't pick it up. I picked up from Strat. I picked up 2024, 1970, Tony Canigliero's last year, really good year in baseball. He had, 30 homers, knocked in 100. I'm playing that mostly offline using Action PC. Having fun with that. I got the Mets in first place, the Red Sox in second with a tremendous record, but we're still 10 games behind the Orioles. And I picked up the 2000 gem set A and B. So I'll have Piazza and the Mets. I like that. You get some good Yankee teams. You get the 2004 Red Sox, but I already have that season. But that's going to be it for a while. I got to start playing my stuff. Got to start playing my stuff. All righty. Torres to face the top of the Angels order, Collins, Remy, and Bonds. Dave Collins 0 for 3. 2 flyouts and a double play. That's a 3-4 to Dave Collins. Switch hitter batting lefty. But it's a right-handed pitcher on a 3-4. And Collins with a home run here, 1 through 7. Out that ball's hit to right. And kid Claudel Washington. Oh, you know what? I think he flew out. No, he was Rudy. It was Rudy that time. Claudel Washington. Can he rob him? And he does. Claudel Washington goes leaping and crashing into the wall. And that's the way things have gone for Collins and the Angels. So on the 3-4 possible home run, 1 through 7, Washington makes a tremendous catch in right. Collins 0 for 4. Torres with a little smile there. Still sweating bullets, Mike Torres is. Here's Jerry Remy. The pitch to the Remy. Going to play for the Red Sox in 78. We're looking at a 6-7. 6-7. Ground ball to second. Phil Gardner's a 2E23. That's a 4. I believe that's that's a 4. Diving stop by Gardner. Ground ball. A pops up, throws to first. Remy is robbed of a hit. Unbelievable leather that the A's have been flashing during this ball game. Remy is now 2 for 3. He singled his first 2 times up, stole a base, was caught stealing, also had scored a run, and he's walked. First time Remy has been officially retired before reaching base. 2 outs, base is empty for Bobby Bonds. The fans not enthralled with Bobby's center field play. He's pretty much lollygagged on some balls hit to center that dropped in front of him. He's 1 for 2. He's walked, flown out to left and single. Torres looking for a 1-2-3 inning. He deals to Bobby Bonds. It's a 3-4 to Bobby. Right-handed pitcher, 3-4. Swing and a miss on the breaking pitch. Torres is dealing. We go to the top of the 9th. Torres, you know what? He has some confidence now. He's looking to go the distance. A Brewer will stay on. And boy, it's going to take everything not to steal on him. So Brewer to face Bando. That's a 5-5 to Sal Bando. Right-handed batter, and that's a strikeout looking on the breaking pitch. So Brewer picks up a K. The A's have struck out their fair share of times during this ballgame. 1 out here in the top of the 9th. Here's Gene Tennis. Tennis had a 2-run homer back in the 3rd. The pitch to Gino from Jim Brewer. We're looking at a 2-6 to Gino. Left-handed pitcher on the 2-6. That's a strikeout looking. Another backdoor breaking pitch. Tennis has now struck out twice. 2 outs, base is empty for Donnie Baylor. Top of the 9th. A's 7, Angels 2. That's a 2-8 to Don Baylor. 2-8. Line shot right at Chuck, the third baseman. Side is retired. We go to the bottom of the 9th. The Halos need a biblical miracle. They trail 7-2, and it's Mike Torres looking for the complete game. Still in point of weakness check. Torres has pitched well. We have Raleigh Fingers in the bullpen. He's ready. But why waste Fingers if you don't have to? Salida has homered off Torres. Torres to Salida to start off the bottom of the 9th. Halos need base runners. That is a 2-6. 2-6. That's a single to center. Oh, boy. Salida picks up his second hit, 3rd time on base. So Salida is at first. Cleve Baseball Fan 879 has joined us. Our good friend Tim. Check out and subscribe to that channel for wonderful advanced Stratomatic baseball, card and dice on the tabletop. Ron Jackson with a runner at first, 1 out. Torres might be running out of steam. We're looking at a 2-8. 2-8. Ground ball back to Torres. He pivots, fires to second. They get the force on Salida. Reaching on the fielder's choice. 1-6. is Jackson. A's 2 outs away from advancing to the American League West Region Final of the 1976 Bicentennial Tournament. The White Sox await the winner. They are Cinderella. The slipper is still fitting for Bob Zolke's beloved Chicago White Sox. The pitch to Bruce Bhakti with a runner at first. It is a 6-5 left-handed batter. 6-5 ground ball to short. The shortstop is Campaneris. He's a 2E26. That is a 16. That is a double play ball. This game is over. Torres induces, I believe, his 5th double play ball. As that goes 6-4-3, Campaneris, Gardner, Fairley. The A's rejoice. They defeat the Angels and Nolan Ryan 7-2. Your winning pitcher is Torres. He went the distance, and it was a workmanlike performance for sure. Your losing pitcher, Nolan Ryan, the walks just killed him. Your MVP of the game, I'm going to give it to Mike Torres and Gene Tennis. And Gino for calling a hell of a game, keeping Torres' confidence up, and also hitting a 2-run homer in the 3rd. So the A's win the series 2-0. They advance to the American League West Region Championship to face the Cinderella Chicago White Sox. Don't miss that one. I think we'll get a little APA hopefully up on the channel in the upcoming days. What time is it right now? I think I'm going to play a little Dynasty League baseball, and we might go live with that if you'd like to come back and join me. We'll play it quicker than we did last night, but we'll still try to explain things. I'm not an expert, but it is a fun game. So thank you very much. If you enjoyed the game and the stream and enjoyed the chat, please hit that like button. As always, I like to say thank you for joining me on this fun ride. If you have not subscribed and you wish to do so, that would be awesome. If you do subscribe, hit the bell for notification when we go live, because that's pretty much what we do. Check out the other wonderful content creators in our community, such as Thesbian Series, Cleve Baseball 879, Dave Little, Cutter Historical, Hfield 07, and many, many others. Become a member of the FOC. It's very easy. Doesn't cost you a thing. What's the FOC? Friends of the channel, friends of the community. You just got to subscribe to my channel, their channel, sub, like, share. Grow the community, grow the fun. Come back where everybody knows your name and they're glad you came. Yes, I robbed that from Cheers, but you know what? Who cares? So thank you very much. Stay safe. Be smart. Treat people the way you want to be treated. God bless. I love you all. Hope to see you very soon. Enjoy life. It's okay to disagree on things. It really is. But treat people like human beings. Treat them with respect if they treat you with respect. If they don't, then you squish them. That's simple as that. I can say that. Even if someone agrees with me on something and they treat my friends with disrespect, I don't like them. That's just me. So I'd rather disagree with someone who I respect and is friendly than agree with someone or have the friend or have a person who agrees with me who's an a-hole. At least he's we're on the same page, but he's an a-hole. Anyhow, a little levity there. Thank you very much. You know what's coming, folks. Well, some Dynasty League baseball most likely, but what else? What else is coming? You know what's coming. Peace.